My name is Aline Sardinha da Silva, and my journey in science began very far from the big research centers. I was born and raised in a small rural area of Bauru, in São Paulo state, and growing up in contact with nature inspired me to study biology. For most of my life, I studied in public schools before earning my undergrad degree at the State University of Northern Paraná. All my academic training happened in Brazil, and perhaps most special to me, I was trained entirely by women scientists. My 3 undergraduate research supervisors were women, and my master and PhD mentor was also a woman. They taught me much more than science. They showed me resilience, leadership, and the power of representation.
Hello, my name is Amanda Cordeiro. I'm a Brazilian ecologist, and I'm happy to share my journey and the research I have dedicated my life to, which is exploring the hidden world beneath our feet. So my story began in Brazil, where I studied forestry at the Federal University of Viçosa, and my fascination with tropical forests led me to the Amazon for my master's degree at the National Institute of Amazonia Research in Manaus, and later to the forests of Panama, where I completed my PhD in ecology at Colorado State University. So today, I continue this journey as a postdoc at the University of Minnesota, focusing on global below-ground dynamics in tropical forests.
Scientist at the University of Virginia. In 2017, I was fortunate to receive funding to conduct part of my PhD studies from the Finalists of ScientistA at the University of Virginia. Since then, I have remained at UVA first as an exchange student for 2 years and a half, then as a postdoctoral fellow, and now as a research scientist. 8 years ago, I was prepared for the highly competitive entrance exams for nursing school at the Federal University of Severo. My family had very limited resources, so I had to study at home. For 1 year, I studied every single day, including Sundays. I was overjoyed to be ranked among of the top 40 of the 80 available spots. That experience taught me the value of dedication and perseverance, focusing on long-term growth rather than quick achievements. During nursing school, I served as a teacher assistant in basic science, including physiology and histology.
Hi, my name is Flavia Gallo. I'm a material scientist from Brazil, and my professional journey is kind of uncommon. After earning my bachelor's degree, I spent 10 years as a project manager at Siemens Brazil, leading innovation teams. But something was missing. I didn't want to just manage technology. I wanted to create it. So I returned to academia, earned a doctoral degree in metallurgical and materials engineering, summa cum laude, and began researching high-temperature nickel-based superalloys. Today, I'm a postdoctoral researcher at the University of Florida, working at the intersection of materials innovation and societal impact.
Hi, my name is Flavia. I'm an immunologist, and I did my undergrad in biomedicine, and I also hold a master's in biochemistry and immunology and a PhD in immunology, which I did when I was living in Brazil. And in 2021, I got a position as a postdoc at the University of Pittsburgh to work at the UPMC Children's Hospital, where I'm currently studying the influenza vaccine effectiveness in children.
I'm Jessica Barros, a postdoc at Duke University, where I study how cells shape and protect the proteome by regulating translation, the process by which ribosomes synthesize proteins from messenger RNAs. I grew up in a small town in Minas Gerais, having the Federal University of Viçosa, a top federal university close to my hometown, made it financially possible for my parents to support me in my journey to become a biochemist. My dedication during this time not only gave me a solid academic foundation, but also a life-changing opportunity to study abroad through the Ciências Sem Fronteiras program. Made me move to Rio de Janeiro, where I pursued my PhD at the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro in Dr. Fernando Paliano's lab. During my PhD, I was fully committed to growing as a scientist, expanding my scientific skills while working in a collaborative environment that resulted in the publication of 3 scientific papers.
Hello, my name is Giulia Ferretti. I'm a pharmacist with master and PhD in biological chemistry, and I have dedicated the last 20 years to cancer research. I studied in public institutions in Brazil from the 2nd grade of elementary school through my PhD. This experience shaped my resilience and creativity, and they are at the core of my commitment to make science accessible and impactful. My scientific journey has taken me from research in Brazil and Canada to my career position as a postdoctoral fellow at Medical University of South Carolina.
Olá a todos, eu me chamo Gleice, sou natural de uma pequena cidade no estado de São Paulo chamada Ihana. Eu sou formada em Biologia pelo Instituto Federal de São Paulo e desenvolvi mestrado e doutorado na Universidade de São Paulo, mais especificamente no campus de Ribeirão Preto, no programa de Psicobiologia, que é um programa interdisciplinar entre neurociência e psicologia.
Olá, o meu nome é Ihana Severo, sou cientista brasileira e pesquisadora de pós-doutorado no Center for Advanced Power Systems, no College of Engineering, da Florida State University e da Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University, onde eu estou atualmente gravando esse vídeo. Eu trabalho na área de biotecnologia de microalgas, biorremediação ambiental e energias renováveis. A minha trajetória acadêmica, ou melhor, na ciência, começou no Brasil, onde eu obtive os meus títulos de graduação, mestrado, doutorado. Eu também iniciei um pós-doutorado, onde eu continuo colaborando ativamente. Foi através desse pós-doc que eu fui convidada para vir para os Estados Unidos continuar a minha pesquisa.
I'm Alves. I'm currently a postdoc at Vanderbilt University, and I'm transitioning to a faculty position at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln this fall. On my trajectory, I got my college degree in 2014. It was a psychology degree from the Federal University of Minas Gerais. I completed my master's in neuroscience also at the Federal University of Minas Gerais in 2017. And then I did my PhD here in the US with a CAPS scholarship, where I studied educational psychology with a focus on educational neuroscience. I completed my degree in 2021. Then I took a break from academia, went to work in Brazilian schools, working very closely with teachers, and I've been back here for now 2.5 years as a postdoc.